If only cut the leeches. Young black king, I am he, soon to be. Entrepreneur, connoisseur, and I'm the shit like I called about the sewer. Now I'm thankful, cause I used to live in pop.
What's up, YouTube? Once again, I am back. We are back. PPP Podcast, people with a purpose, backed by a plan, brought to you by the Grindhouse. I am your gracious host, Anthony Lofton, and we're at number 4, 4th episode. The title of this episode is Organize Your Organization. Organize your organization. Organize your organization. What does that mean? So, last episode, briefly, I talked about an investment group, how they operate, what do they do, what's expected of an investment group. If you wanted to start an investment group, what type of things that you should expect to look for, and what type of things should you be doing, like what type of investments should you be doing, right? This episode is more or less, let's say, okay, you started that investment group. Now you have an organization, but it needs to be organized. So I have a couple of tips for you guys if you are thinking of, starting an investment group. These are some tips that you could use, that you can apply to your situation, and hopefully, to make it the process a lot more smoother. So getting right into it, first point I want to make is that every person that is in the investment group should have a position and a role within the organization. So you don't want to just have people that are just kind of throwing money, throwing money into an account, and then we're not actually doing anything besides putting that money in the account. So, you want to have, like I say, roles and positions. So, you could have like a secretary, a treasurer, a gopher, a president, a vice president. But you want to give people positions and roles in the organization so that they're always doing something. You don't want to get people to get bored. I'm just in this investment group, but they got jobs, they're doing things, but I'm not doing anything. They're not requiring me to do anything. So, you want to have people to feel like they have a purpose. Hence the name, people with a purpose. People want to have a purpose though of why am I here? What value do I bring to the group? Does the group believe that I bring value to the group? So you want to make sure that you're giving people roles and positions in the organization for that, what's the word I'm looking for? The morale. You want to keep the morale high of the membership. And if people have positions and roles that are clearly defined, it's a beautiful thing. So then if that person isn't living up to their position, now we can hold you accountable. Like, look, you're the secretary, you haven't produced any type of reports of any minutes, so now people knows what is expected of them, and you can be held accountable for you to, do what's expected of you. Okay. Second point is, once you're in that organization, you want to be an effective communicator. You want to be able to communicate things effectively with other members. And another thing is you want to make things very simple and to the point. I was looking at an Einstein quote, and he was saying that, if you can't explain like a new concept that you learn very simply, just very to the point, then you don't really understand what you're trying to teach the next person. So, always make sure that, you're communicating effectively, and, you're communicating simply. I'll give you an example. Like, let's say if I have an idea about an investment that I want to bring to the group. Okay, when I bring that idea to the group, it should be very simple. I should be able to get my point across, to the group without using a lot of big words, being convoluted. I should be very to the point. I shouldn't be broad and ambiguous. I should be able to answer questions. But if I explained it simply enough and effectively enough, there shouldn't be a whole lot of questions. Not to say that you're not going to have any questions, but there shouldn't be a whole lot if it's very simple and easy to understand. So, you want to keep in mind that you are around other groups of people, so that you want to be able to explain things to other people very simply. So if you need to take more time out to maybe understand and get a full comprehension of that idea or that investment that you want to bring to the group, take that time to really understand what it is you're trying to communicate with these other people, so they'll be able to get your, they'll be able to grasp that information very simply. That's very, very key. Another thing too, when you're going back to those roles, when you're assigning roles to people, kind of like, because what I know with the Grindhouse, we kind of took like a period where we were like, kind of like a meet and greet stage, because everybody didn't know everybody. I knew everybody, but everybody didn't know everybody. So we would meet up, and we would kind of just like have conversations. We would be brainstorming, and that was a way for the members to kind of get comfortable with each other and find out, okay, what is it that you do? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are some things that you are passionate about? What are your desires? So you kind of want to assigning like a project to somebody who has a desire for a specific thing. So I'll give you an example. Like Rashad, one of the members of the Grindhouse, he's had experience with clothing lines and stuff like that. So I thought, okay, let me put Rashad in charge of our merchandise, because he has a desire for that. He has a passion for that. That's something that he's into. So you want to try to align people up with things that they're already passionate about. You don't want to try to create a passion, because we all are in our middle age. We pretty much know what we're passionate about at this point in our life. There's nothing, I'm going to learn to be passionate about this. No, you have a passion for it or you don't. So find out what people are desires for are and their passion, and it's gonna be more a desirable work. It's not going to really feel like work if you're doing something that you're just so passionate about. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind and line up those jobs, line up those projects with people's passion. All right. Next point. You also want to be very committed. So you want to let people know that this is an investment group. So you have to have a commitment to this cause. This is not a fly-by day where we're going to put some money in here now and then we're going to make this money tomorrow. No, you got to be willing to put that time in. It may take 3 to 5 years for the profits to really start pouring in, but you have to be committed. There is no short-term investments. These are long-term investments. It's a long-term mindset. So just make sure that you have that mindset that I'm going to be committed to this. I'm going to be committed. I'm not going to get a divorce. I'm going to stay in this for the long haul. There is no separation. There is no divorce, right? So just have that mindset that you're going to commit to that cause, because you're in an investment group with other people. So just be committed. Don't be a person that want to be in for a little while and then they want to jump out of there. Just be committed. Be fully committed to to what's going on. Going on to the next point. Everyone must do their part. Now, and when I say that, equal opportunity, not equal outcomes. What does that mean? So everybody is going to have an equal opportunity to get out here and grind for it, to get out here and do what they need to do. But there is no such thing as equal outcomes, because if I'm putting in more work, my outcome is going to be different than someone who's not putting in the same amount of effort or more effort than me. So everyone needs to have that tenacity within themselves, where they just really want to they got that burning desire to be successful. You don't want to just be successful for you. You want to be successful for the group. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than me. It's about all of us. So everyone must put in that equal amount of work, equal amount of effort. Be very intentional about what you're doing and how you're doing it, because what you're doing not only affects you, it affects others. So that should give you more of a burden of performance to try to do your best and to be very successful. Going right along to it, the next point is the power of unifying. You're unifying with other people. You're magnifying your voice. You're magnifying your efforts. If it's one of you, that's only 1 times the effort. 2 of you, that's 2 times the effort. 5 of you, 5 times the effort. So really take advantage of that and really, be intentional with that. Try to match people's energy. If you know that you're slacking and you're really not doing as much as the other members, then you need to look at yourself in the mirror and stop doing that. Start being more active and start putting that effort in there. Because if you got 5 people, 6 people, 7 people, and everybody's on the same page, effectively communicating, they got that burning desire that's aligned with their project. We're doing an equal amount of work. Everybody's committed. Man, it's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. A lot of things can get done. A lot of things will get done, and success is right across the horizon. So I just want everybody to take those things in mind. If you're thinking about having an investment group or starting one, organize your organization. Yes, there's more things that could go into the organization part, but these are just some things that I wanted to highlight that you really want to be intentional about, and you really want to take into consideration when you are coming together with other people, other personality types. And yeah, people with a purpose, backed by a plan, powered by the Grindhouse. This is your host, Anthony Lofton, and I appreciate you guys for coming in and tuning in with me. I know you could be doing anything. YouTube has millions of videos, so I really appreciate you clicking on this video and consuming this content. And if you could do me a favor, share this video, like the video, comment on the video. The engagement is very high. If you comment on something, I'm going to come down there. I'm going to comment with you. And like I always say, come inside the Grindhouse, come and have a seat at the round table, and let's figure this thing out. Thanks. You guys have a great, wonderful day, and see you guys later. All right.